Have you noticed it becoming harder to stand up from a chair without pushing yourself up with your hands? Maybe your legs feel shaky when walking downstairs. Maybe your balance is not what it used to be. Or maybe after a short walk, your thighs feel heavy, tired, almost disconnected from the rest of your body. Most people assume this is simply part of aging. But what if I told you that in many cases, your legs are not failing because of your age? They're failing because your muscles are starving for nutrients your body desperately needs after 60. And here is something almost nobody explains clearly. Your legs are usually the very first place your body reveals signs of accelerated aging. Not your face, not your hair, your legs. Because the muscles in your lower body are among the largest and most metabolically active muscles you have. They require enormous amounts of blood flow, protein, oxygen, minerals, and mitochondrial energy to function properly. And the moment your nutritional intake starts falling short, your legs begin paying the price. I'm Dr. Bianca, and today I want to walk you through 6 powerful foods that can help rebuild leg strength naturally, improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support muscle repair in adults over 60. But I need you to stay with me all the way to the end because the #1 food on this list shocked even many of my own patients. The people who start using these foods consistently are often the same people who later tell me things like, "Doctor, I can finally climb the stairs again." That kind of change matters because when your legs weaken, life becomes smaller. You stop traveling, you stop going outside as often. You avoid stairs, you skip family outings, you begin planning your day around how much energy your legs might have left. Before we begin, I want you to tell me something in the comments. How old are you and what's the biggest change you've noticed in your legs? Now let's start with food number 6 because this one surprises almost everyone. Pumpkin seeds. Most people think of pumpkin seeds as a snack, but nutritionally, they are one of the most concentrated muscle-supportive foods. The reason begins with magnesium. Magnesium is absolutely essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. Every step you take depends on it. But here's the problem. As people age, magnesium deficiency becomes extremely common, and the symptoms are often misunderstood. Leg cramps at night, muscle twitching, weakness, fatigue, difficulty recovering after walking, restless legs, poor sleep. A patient of mine named Harold, age 73, came to see me complaining about severe nighttime calf cramps. We added a small handful of roasted pumpkin seeds every evening. 3 weeks later, he said, "Doctor, I slept through the night for the first time in months." 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds contains roughly 150 milligrams of magnesium. That's nearly 40% of your daily needs in a single handful. They also contain antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress inside muscle cells. Think about oxidative stress like rust forming inside the body. Now let's move to number 5, sardines. I know, some of you just made a face. But stay with me. A small tin of sardines provides around 22 grams of highly bioavailable protein, meaning your body absorbs it extremely efficiently. Sardines are also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. Chronic low-grade inflammation damages muscle fibers and blood vessels. Omega-3s calm that fire. A patient named Linda, 69, described her legs as burning and exhausted. Within 2 months of adding sardines, she was walking longer distances without that ache. After age 70, your skin produces far less vitamin D from sunlight, but vitamin D is essential for muscle function and balance. Low vitamin D levels are strongly associated with falls, weakness, and reduced walking speed in older adults. Sardines also contain calcium because the tiny edible bones are rich in it. That combination of calcium plus vitamin D is incredibly important for muscle contraction and bone support. If you dislike the taste initially, try sardines packed in olive oil with lemon and herbs. Pair them with tomatoes or whole grain toast. Now here's something important. If this video is already helping you see your body differently, make sure you subscribe and stay connected to this community. Every week, I share science-backed strategies specifically designed to help adults over 60 stay strong, independent, and mentally sharp. Because the truth is, most people are not getting this information during a rushed doctor's appointment. Now let's continue because number 4 is one of the most powerful circulation-supportive foods ever studied: beets. And I need you to understand this carefully because what beets do inside the body is extraordinary. Beets are rich in natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide acts like a signal that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. That means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles. Now think about what happens as people age. Circulation gradually declines, blood vessels stiffen, oxygen delivery becomes less efficient, muscles fatigue faster. That's why some older adults feel exhausted after standing or walking for only short periods. Their muscles are literally not receiving enough efficient blood flow. A patient named George, age 76, told me his legs felt empty every afternoon. Not painful, just weak and drained. He stopped gardening because he said his legs no longer trusted him. We added roasted beets to his lunches 4 times a week. 6 weeks later, he told me he had spent nearly 2 hours outside working in his garden again. He smiled when he said, "Doctor, my legs feel awake again." That phrase stayed with me because it perfectly describes what improved circulation can feel like. Beets also contain betalains, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect blood vessels from damage. Roast them, slice them into salads, blend them into smoothies with berries. Even beet juice can be helpful in moderation. But consistency matters more than quantity. One serving a few times per week can make a measurable difference over time. Now let's move to number 3, eggs. And I need to say this clearly because decades of outdated nutrition advice caused many older adults to avoid one of the most valuable muscle-supportive foods available. Eggs are not the enemy. In fact, for aging muscles, eggs are one of the best foods you can eat. The key nutrient here is leucine. Leucine is an amino acid that acts like an ignition switch for muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, it tells your body to repair and build muscle tissue. And after age 60, your muscles become less responsive to protein signals. They need a stronger trigger. Eggs provide that trigger beautifully. But there's another reason eggs matter so much. The yolk contains choline. Choline supports nerve function and communication between nerves and muscles. That connection becomes increasingly important as people age because weak nerve signaling contributes to slower movement and poor balance. One woman I worked with, Maria, age 72, had become afraid of stairs. Not because of pain, because her legs felt unreliable. She had been eating very low-fat breakfasts for years, mostly toast and fruit. We replaced her breakfast with 2 whole eggs, spinach, and avocado. 3 months later, she told me something emotional. "Doctor, I stopped thinking about my legs all day." That's what real improvement feels like. Your body stops demanding constant attention because it finally has what it needs. And please do not throw away the yolk. The yolk contains vitamin D, healthy fats, choline, and antioxidants essential for muscle and brain health. Soft-boiled, poached, or gently scrambled eggs are ideal. Now, before we continue to the top 2 foods, I want you to pause for a moment and think about this. Your body is listening to everything you feed it. Every breakfast either supports your muscles or slowly weakens them. Every dinner either fuels inflammation or reduces it. Your legs are responding to thousands of small decisions repeated over years. That means improvement is possible. Because the same body that adapted to weakness can also adapt to strength when given the right materials. Now, number 2, Greek yogurt. And this one is far more powerful than most people realize. Greek yogurt combines 3 things aging muscles desperately need: protein, calcium, and probiotics. Let's start with the protein. Muscle tissue is constantly breaking down and rebuilding. But after age 60, breakdown often begins happening faster than rebuilding unless protein intake is sufficient. Greek yogurt provides concentrated, highly absorbable protein that supports muscle maintenance and recovery. But the probiotic side is equally fascinating. Researchers now understand that the gut and muscles are deeply connected through what's called the gut-muscle axis. An unhealthy gut microbiome increases inflammation and reduces nutrient absorption. A healthier gut improves how efficiently your body uses nutrients to maintain muscle tissue. One man I worked with, age 80, had severe fatigue after meals and constant weakness. He assumed it was simply old age, but his digestive system was struggling badly. We introduced plain Greek yogurt daily, along with fiber-rich foods. Over time, not only did his digestion improve, but his walking endurance improved too. He said something I'll never forget. "I feel steadier inside." That internal stability matters. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt without added sugar. Add berries, flaxseed, or pumpkin seeds. Avoid the highly sweetened, flavored versions that flood the body with unnecessary sugar.
And now we arrive at number 1, the food that many people already have in their kitchen, the food that supports circulation, reduces inflammation, protects muscles, and even improves nutrient absorption from other foods. Introducing our number one choice, extra virgin olive oil. This is not just a cooking ingredient. It is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods ever studied. Extra virgin olive oil contains polyphenols, natural compounds that protect blood vessels, reduce oxidative damage, and help calm chronic inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation is one of the biggest reasons legs weaken with age. Chronic inflammation directly damages your delicate muscle fibers. It damages mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside cells. Over time, chronic inflammation even damages your delicate blood vessels. It even affects balance and joint comfort. One remarkable compound inside olive oil is called oleocanthal. Its anti-inflammatory effect is so powerful that researchers have compared it to mild ibuprofen-like activity inside the body. But olive oil does something else incredibly important. It improves the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from foods like spinach, tomatoes, salmon, and eggs. In other words, olive oil helps other healthy foods work better. A retired teacher named Evelyn, age 78, told me she had avoided oils for decades because she believed fat was dangerous. Her meals were extremely low-fat and unappealing. Her skin was dry, her energy was low, her legs tired quickly. We added high-quality extra virgin olive oil daily over vegetables and protein-rich meals. 2 months later, she told me her legs felt less stiff and more alive. That phrase matters because mobility is not just about strength. It's about fluidity, confidence, endurance. And inflammation directly affects all of those things. Use extra virgin olive oil generously over vegetables, eggs, fish, and salads. Choose dark glass bottles whenever possible because light damages the beneficial polyphenols. And now I want to leave you with something important. Weak legs are not always a sign that your body is giving up. Very often, they are a sign that your body is undernourished, inflamed, and overwhelmed. And when you start giving your muscles the nutrients they've been missing, your body often responds far faster than you expect. Not overnight, but steadily, quietly, powerfully. With less inflammation, you may notice you're getting out of chairs easier, walking longer, feeling steadier, sleeping better, having fewer cramps. Those small victories matter enormously because they restore something priceless. It restores your precious independence. So starting tomorrow, begin with one food from this list, just one. Consistency beats perfection every single time. And when you do, come back and tell me how your legs feel after a few weeks. Because your story might become the encouragement someone else desperately needs to hear. If this video helped you today, give it a like and share it with someone whose legs seem weaker lately. A spouse, a parent, a friend. Sometimes the right information arrives at exactly the right moment. And remember this, your body still wants to heal. Your muscles still want to respond. Your legs are still capable of becoming stronger than they are today. You simply have to give them the tools to do it. I'm Dr. Bianca, and I'll see you in the next video.